Yes, I know that Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna be the new darling for the next couple of years, but GTA 6 is in development, my friends. I know this because I am psychic, also because it's in development. They've basically finished most of the work on Red Dead Redemption 2, so yeah, the people working on pre-production, on design, on basic elements, they're on GTA 6 already. And to help those people at Rockstar, this is the top 7 things that GTA 6 needs to have. A show dedicated to ways through which you can make an absolutely bonkers great Grand Theft Auto game. Not that they all haven't been great, but you do sort of get the sense that maybe a few of them didn't have some of the best ideas in them ever, that maybe some things should have either been left out or put in. That being said, let's get it started with number 7. Side activities with the point. I ask you, my friends, what is the point of yoga in Grand Theft Auto 5? Answer in the comments, I'll wait. Yes, you are correct, no point. That thing is just there because, I don't know, maybe they wanted to do something with motion controls at one point and they left it in there. As a core mission of the game that you have to do to progress with Michael, it is utterly and absolutely pointless. You could just do it with a cinematic and that would be it. And as a side activity, it has no purpose, no function. Okay, maybe I'm missing some super secret thing that's supposed to happen if you do yoga at midnight when it's December the 21st, right after you found all the peyote, but other than that, it's a pointless feature. And the game is full of them. Tennis. That's not really a fun tennis game. It doesn't seem to do much with your relationship with Amanda, so why have it? Golf. It's slow, tedious. We played it once in multiplayer, it was still slow, tedious, but we were cracking jokes all the time. But for the most part, these activities have no point. None. Remember what kind of side activities you used to have in GTA. You had the ambulance missions, you had the taxi missions, you had the cop missions, and these served a purpose because once you did a lot of them, you would get a reward. And you would also learn the absolute best ways to get around the city. So tone down the yoga and up the other stuff. The killing sprees. I mean, Trevor could have gone on killing sprees, you know, more often, I mean. He already does that by himself. And the freaks and geeks stuff. A lot of them were kind of pointless, useless, serve no purpose. So have side activities that actually do something. Hey, remember the driving school from San Andreas? That was neat. Or, you know, the rampages from previous GTA games. Number 6. A playable female character. It's been quite a few years since GTA had a playable female character. I mean, in the main story, in the multiplayer they are already. But we didn't have one in the main story of a main GTA game since GTA 2, I believe. I know GTA 1 had playable female characters, 2 probably, but since switching to 3D, not so much. And now that they're going with the multiple angles with multiple characters approach, you can easily do female character, male character, all of them, and not exclude anyone. Because again, 3 characters, or at least you're not sure how they're gonna make GTA 6, there's gonna be something for everyone. And it's not just to pacify the crowd, because honestly, you can never pacify those people. It's to give the game a broader perspective. And honestly, there are no downsides to this. Heck, there's even some upsides. Imagine all the crap they can get away with now since there's a playable female character. Again, there's gonna be those people that, oh my god, crowd, but for the most part, you could do even crazier and more obscene stuff now. So do it, it'll be fun. Number 5. Bring back stunts. Now, I can understand some of the reasoning behind their removal. I mean, you don't want to just give players money out of nothing, you want to sell shark cards, but in single player, you may as well have them, like, why not? You'd still have stunts, like your stun jumps, the 50 or so you have to collect, but I want to do my own stunts, my double backflip, front flip, nosedive, nollie off the rails, plus Infinity, Spider-Man, Superman, seat grab, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 stunts, like you could in GTA 3. I would just go around and jump off stuff and spin around. It wasn't just about getting the money, but just seeing the game acknowledge I did something cool was cool. Yeah, I know we don't live in the extreme sports age anymore. We're in the everyone's a Nazi stage of society or something. Well, at least that's what the kids are into these days. But you can just bring back stunts for us old geezers that like to just drive around places, jump off things for no reason, and then brag about how well we did. And then try to outdo ourselves. So, and hey, you can even add them in multiplayer as their own mode. You know, actual stunts in multiplayer, not the crap you have now, where the stunts aren't actually stunts because there's no stunt involved. You just race cars in very crappy Trackmania rip-off tracks. Have a stunt competition in multiplayer. Make players compete for who does the craziest thing with their car. The more backflips, front flips, side flips, half flips, pipe flips, bird flips, anything. It'll be great. Number 4. Better multiplayer. As I've said in the Reasons Why GTA Online is Still Crap show, GTA Online is still crap, and I made a show about it. So improve it. Add more stuff to do in the open world with other players that doesn't involve just griefing them. Add more stuff to do with your friends that doesn't involve you just repeating the same heist over and over again with no payoff. Sure, there's some payoff, but it's negligible. Add some goddamn life to that game. Preferably life that doesn't involve hackers. Make turf wars between rival gangs of players. Sure, you may have to limit the city population to... Well, no, you don't need to. You just have to sync them somehow so turf wars work well, you can just make an even bigger map, like a giant. You can basically press a button now and the computer will just generate the entire map of the world for you. You can probably import it from Minecraft or something. Just make it a more believable, multiplayer-oriented crime game where people actually steal cars to use them and don't have to buy them. Number 3. Better use of the environment and setting. We've had 2 consecutive main GTA games that have taken place in the present. And yeah, they look nice. I mean, GTA 4 in its remastered version for... Well, not remastered, but re-released version for the Xbox One looks nice, not that the piss filter isn't there anymore. And GTA 5 looks great. But they look like today. They look like normality. Yeah, it's a twisted kind of normality, but there's not much magic in it. So put it somewhere else. Put it somewhere we haven't seen GTA before. Well, at least put it back in London. Because face it, GTA in London would be a very different thing. Not just because the roads in London are kind of more strange and the scenery is more varied than what you have in the plain old US of A, or fake US of A, I mean fake USA. You could do a whole bit about Brexit. Like, this is GTA London post-Brexit. Though, considering what time we live in now, the London people, mayors, stuff like that, may be upset that you set the game in London. It's a violent game about shooting people. I mean, you had an archbishop or something that was complaining that Revolution, Fall of Man or something, a PlayStation 3 game, had a level that took place in a church. Or place GTA 6 somewhere else, somewhere we haven't seen the series go to yet. Maybe Tokyo. It'd be unique. How about Bucharest? It would be amazing. Or if you're gonna do the time warp again, go back to the 60s, go back to the 70s, go back to an era before the smartphone so you can have an actual goddamn good interface to the game. And wherever you go, actually use your goddamn environment. There's places in GTA 5 that you never have reason to visit. You go there, you look at them, they're nice, no reason. The amphitheater. Tell me please, what use does the amphitheater have? The racetrack, the one with the horses. What use does it? I've been there. There's nothing there. There's a casino somewhere around there that should be open in a future expansion or something, I believe. But for the most part, there's too many places in this large, beautiful map that serve no purpose. Like, this map should have been about a quarter of the size for it to actually have any depth to it. It's just stretched out and for the most part pointless scenery. Make use of what you've created, or what the random map generator you hit the button on did. Do more with it. Number 2. A better story mode. Now, GTA 5 has some good characters in it. Trevor is an amazing wreck of a human being. Michael is the American dream hypocrisy personified, and Franklin is a guy who wants to make some money, and you kind of wonder, well, what's he doing there? He's kind of like shoved into the plot. I mean, he's the first one you play as, but there's really no conclusion to his story. He gets a bigger house, he gets out of his aunt's home, well, he co-owns it, and that's it. He just then sticks around because, hey, those old dudes set me up, so I'm gonna help them. And maybe kill one of them, because the plot says so. There's no point to the story of GTA 5. Like, the whole tension between Michael and Trevor sort of doesn't resolve. You still kind of get the sense that one of them should kill the other, but at the same time, yeah, they're adorable together. They make a great team. You enjoy seeing them argue. And there is no story left. What, they do some heist to pay off that mobster guy, and then the FBI becomes involved, and then the FBI doesn't become involved, and then Michael wants to do some movies, and then the CIA, FBI becomes involved again, and then they kill the FBI guy, and the game ends. There's no conclusion. There is no story there. It's a story about nothing. It's like a season of Seinfeld. Things happen. Michael's family breaks apart. They get back together. Nothing lost, nothing gained, actually. There's nothing. Trevor, still insane. Franklin has a house. Compare this to San Andreas' plot. To San Andreas' story of betrayal, of revenge, of understanding the people that you were brought up to hate, of fighting for your family, for your home, for justice. It's like they had no actual idea where to take the plot of this game by comparison. Yeah, it's very character driven. Characters don't actually drive anywhere. That's the whole point. Even GTA 3 had a plot. This one doesn't. So make an actual story this time. Yeah, all the satire is great to have. It's fun. Put something in there to actually keep us invested. And number 1 is more crime. Better crime. Actual goddamn crime. In single player and multiplayer everywhere. Just have more of it. Because let's face it, what crime do you do in GTA 5? You have the car repossession stealing scam that you have with Franklin at the beginning. You have the heists. You have some weapon smuggling thing. But you don't really get a sense that that crime is the focus of the game. Well, yeah, the heists are, but the heists, there's just what, 3-4 of them? They take about 15 minutes to do in a $100 game. It's a pointless endeavor. Have more of it. Have better quality of it. Have more options to it. Maybe have rival gangs that muscle in on your turf. Bring back the territory war from San Andreas. Do it in single player and multiplayer somehow. I don't know, make a procedurally generated crime thing where you have to scope out your victims, your stores, your stuff, and then you decide how you approach it. And you have a limited time frame because other gangs are going around robbing stuff. And then you can rob them if things don't work out with your robbery. Put an emphasis again on stealing cars, exporting them, you know, like the other games used to have. Bring back the drug trade, or at least make the smuggling of guns actually profitable. Like set up an enterprise that's actually in the game, not just in the story that ends after 5 minutes. You know, something that generates profit, that makes a rival gang shoot you on sight if you cross them on the street. You know, like GTA 3 had. Remember? If you pissed off a gang, they would all shoot you when they saw you. Doesn't happen in 5. Are there gangs? Well, there's the guys in Grove Street. But apart from that, who's gonna shoot Michael? There's no one. The story is not set up that way. There is no infrastructure for actually being a criminal. You're retired, and one of them is a lunatic, and the other one just wants a nicer house. You don't get the sense that they're gonna be criminal overlords anytime soon. Hey, if that's not something that you may want to play, how about doing an undercover thing where you are a criminal undercover in the police? Yeah, rip off The Departed, because, you know, Scorsese ripped off that Internal Affairs movie too. Do something interesting with crime. More of it. Better crime. Because you know that this city needs a better class of criminal, whatever city they may choose. Bucharest 2020 for the game. Well, that will be it for the top 7 things that GTA 6 needs to have in order to be great. Let me know what your suggestions are in the comments, and the best one will get the smug satisfaction of being ignored by Rockstar. Or maybe not. Maybe they'll listen. Only the future can tell. Only time. And then them doing the splits on 2 trucks. Thank you for watching this show. If you enjoyed it, please consider watching some of our other videos and maybe sharing them or giving a thumbs up if you feel like it. And if you really liked what you saw, please check out our Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you could help us make much better shows and get some rewards in the process. Or you could consider buying my book called Tale of Doom. Volume 1 is out now and available for just $2. And as always, if you thought it was horrible, you know where to find me and complain about it.